What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new, very big video about Martin Zubimendi. It's a major update because according to reports coming from Spain and English journalists have corroborated this story, Martin Zubimendi has decided to leave Real Sociedad. This report claims that Liverpool are confident they will beat Arsenal to the perfect signing for Arne Slot in January, because Arne Slot and the Liverpool scouting department picked out Zubimendi as their main transfer target in the summer, and Zubimendi actually agreed to join Liverpool, but then he later changed his mind. It was a well-documented transfer saga. So now we will take a look at what changed and why Zubimendi might leave Real Sociedad in January, and it will only cost Liverpool £51 million. That's his release clause, 60 million euros. And today is a monumental, huge day in the Premier League title race. Liverpool against Arsenal. Let me know your score predictions, and if you want you can predict the scorers of the game. I expect a very tough game and I'm hoping for a 2-1 Liverpool victory, but any scoreline with a Liverpool victory will be fine with me as long as we beat Manchester City. Manchester City are in their worst run of form since Pep Guardiola became their manager, but they are very angry, so we Liverpool have to watch out for them and we have to play our best football. Gomez will start alongside Van Dijk, and I'm not too worried about that because Van Dijk with Gomez have actually a better points per game ratio than Van Dijk with Konate, 2.4 versus 2.1. But enough of that game. I will probably do a separate preview of the Liverpool Man City game. So Liverpool identified Zubimendi as the ideal midfielder to play in the Liverpool midfield in January. Liverpool signaled their willingness to pay the release clause, which is 60 million euros. And in the summer Zubimendi rejected Liverpool, but it looks like he changed his mind. Maybe because Real Sociedad promised Zubimendi a new big contract, because remember, Liverpool offered Zubimendi 3 times higher salary, 3 times as much salary as he was earning at Real Sociedad. And in the end, Real Sociedad went back on their verbal agreement and decided not to give Zubimendi a new contract because they thought Zubimendi rejected Liverpool, he stays, so now there is no point giving him a new contract because he stayed at the Real Sociedad, so we shouldn't spend a lot of money on him, more money on him. So Zubimendi is still on his basic salary and Liverpool are still offering him 3 times as much. And according to a fresh update from Spanish outlet TDF, Liverpool have received a gigantic boost in their quest to sign Zubimendi, because it's claimed Zubimendi aims to leave Real Sociedad in January and he has already decided the time is now right to quit Real Sociedad. Zubimendi has reportedly begun to regret not leaving Real Sociedad when he had the chance last summer, and the midfielder is now counting the weeks until he makes the jump to the Premier League. Real Sociedad are powerless to prevent an exit because of the release clause. Zubimendi must actively push to leave in order to facilitate the move, but this Spanish news outlet are adamant the classy playmaker has determined that he must leave Real Sociedad. So that's a remarkable U-turn on his summer decision to ultimately stay at Real Sociedad, and probably you realize that he will not win anything with Real Sociedad. Maybe a Copa del Rey if they are lucky with the draw, but otherwise they have no chance to win the La Liga. They have even no chance to win the Europa League. They actually started the Europa League campaign in a pretty terrible fashion. Even though recently their European form improved, they beat Ajax 2-0 recently, so they are on course to qualify for the playoffs in the Europa League. But in the Spanish league they are bang on mid-table, 10th place with 18 points, and they are a lot of points behind, 7 points behind the top 4 places. And Fraser Gillen, a transfer insider, has revealed on November the 22nd that Liverpool are poised to bid again for Zubimendi, but Arsenal are hovering over the Spaniard as well. And Gillen has been told Liverpool are also ready to submit a lucrative contract offer that would make Zubimendi one of the highest paid players at Anfield, because they want to secure the midfield long term, and Zubimendi will be probably the Endo replacement, and I can see Liverpool maybe selling Endo either in the January or the summer transfer window. We would have already sold Endo, I think, in the summer had we signed Zubimendi. Arsenal won't go down easily, and they plan to draw up a tempting counter offer to Zubimendi. However, it's our understanding from sources close to the situation that Liverpool are frontrunners and Liverpool are confident they will be the ones to bring Zubimendi to England. The Spaniard's potential addition would serve as a huge mid-season boost for Liverpool and help to reinforce their title charge in the second half of the season, and that's why I really like this proactive approach by Liverpool, because when you are in the ascendancy in the title race, when you are on top, you need to strengthen to stay top, because Liverpool can easily get injuries to their midfield. Look at what is happening to our defense. Now, Conor Bradley is out for 6 weeks, Konate is out for 5 to 6 weeks, and Tsimikas is out for a couple of weeks. So already our defense is a little bit thin. We only have one right back, Trent Alexander-Arnold. We have only 3 fit centre backs, Gomez, Kwanzaa and Van Dijk. And Gomez might have to play right back in case Trent Alexander-Arnold needs a little bit of rest, and we only have one fit left back in Robertson. So imagine if we get a couple of injuries in midfield, if Gravenberch and Jones or Gravenberch and McAllister picks up a knock, then we will be really light in midfield. And according to The Athletic, the admiration of Liverpool towards Barthez Zubimendi remains very strong. And Zubimendi earlier in the season said that he doesn't regret staying at Real Sociedad, but that was only after 4 or 5 games. I think the longer the season unfolded, he realized that Real Sociedad is very far away from challenging for trophies and titles, and I think the way that he won the Euros with Spain, playing an instrumental role in the final, that success, tasting that success of winning a major trophy must have ignited something in him that he might want to experience that at club level as well. And if the opportunity is there, Liverpool should absolutely take another look at Zubimendi, as long as he hasn't completely burnt his bridges with Richard Hughes, which is the case, by the way, that he hasn't burned his bridges. Liverpool still have a good relationship with Real Sociedad and Zubimendi, as well as Ryan Gravenberch has done in the number 6 role. Having another quality option in there could make all the difference in the title race, because Gravenberch won't be able to play every 3 days, and we have a brutally difficult schedule. And given Zubimendi's insistence on staying at Real Sociedad, though, we won't get too excited at this just yet. But this report from TDF has given Liverpool fresh hope, because Zubimendi clearly signaling his intent for a transfer in January changes the equation for Liverpool. And David Ornstein and Fabrizio Romano both indicated recently that Liverpool are very keen on Zubimendi still. And Zubimendi has a better tackle success rate this season than Gravenberch and McAllister. He has 61% tackle success rate, and Gravenberch has 52 and McAllister has 51. Zubimendi has averaged 3.7 tackles and interceptions per 90 minutes, marginally better than Gravenberch or McAllister. And even though on paper Zubimendi is more defensive than Gravenberch or McAllister, he has the best XG for this season, 1.6 compared to 0.6 for Gravenberch and 0.3 for McAllister. Those figures would suggest that the Real Sociedad midfielder could further enhance an already imperious Liverpool midfield. Of course, Arne Slot wouldn't definitely want to break up the Gravenberch-McAllister midfield duo, who worked really well so far this season. But we need rotational options, and who knows how long Gravenberch will stay fit, because he has struggled with injuries last season as well. So hopefully this season we sign Zubimendi in January, and that could alleviate a lot of fears towards Liverpool's fragility in midfield in terms of Jones is prone to picking up injuries, Gravenberch as well, and McAllister missed some games last season with injuries, hopefully, and this season as well, so hopefully they will be all staying fit. But Liverpool can't bank on that. Look at what is happening to our defenders. Any time we could get some serious injuries. And David Ornstein and James Pearce reported that Liverpool had felt that Zubimendi had the perfect profile in terms of what Slot is looking for in number 6, and they didn't pursue an alternative because they felt no one could offer the same skill set. Their admiration for Zubimendi remained strong. The Anfield hierarchy believed he came under pressure from Real Sociedad to stay at his boyhood club. When he changed his mind, he having initially indicated that he was keen on completing the switch to Liverpool. But Real Sociedad and the player disputed that version of events. So who knows, the truth might be somewhere down the middle, that Zubimendi indicated that he would love to play for Liverpool, but then he changed his mind. And Jamie Carragher has publicly called for Liverpool to sign Zubimendi or to make a big transfer in the January transfer window to boost Liverpool's title hopes, because this is a very unique opportunity for Liverpool, being 8 points clear in the Premier League title race. That's why I think it's absolutely massive that we must beat Manchester City, a very wounded, very vulnerable Manchester City. This is the best time for Liverpool probably to meet them, so hopefully that will be the case. But you never know. Man City can still win at any ground, at any point. But Guardiola so far hasn't won at Anfield with crowds in the stadium. His only win came during lockdown when there were no fans in the stadium. So with fans in the stadium, hopefully Liverpool will be able to win against Man City. Real Madrid are expected to enter the market in January because they have huge injury problems. And Zubimendi is the latest midfielder to attract interest from Real Madrid because, since Toni Kroos left the club, Real Madrid's midfield hasn't been the same, and they have been picking up injuries in the midfield as well. And Marca is reporting that Real Madrid are interested in Zubimendi, but haven't made the move yet. Real Madrid are believed to be monitoring him. James Pearce summarizes Liverpool's transfer plans for 2025. Of course, a lot depends on what happens with the contract situations of Trent Alexander-Arnold, Virgil van Dijk and Mo Salah. Trying to replace any of those influential figures would be both very difficult and very expensive. Their futures will have a big knock-on effect in terms of what Liverpool do recruitment-wise in 2025. Aside from potentially having to fill some gaping holes, Liverpool already completed the signing of Mamardashvili for £25 million plus 4 million add-ons, which is an absolute bargain for a goalkeeper who is potentially world-class. Liverpool will once again consider their options at centre-back. Last summer they were interested in Lenny Yoro, but he went to Man United, and he hasn't played since because he has been out injured for the whole season so far. Liverpool would have to replace Joe Gomez if he decides to pursue a new challenge. I really want Gomez to stay because in these situations where Liverpool have some injuries at fullback or centre-back, Gomez can play in any position. He's such a brilliant player, and I really have big hopes in him that he will deputize for Konate very well in the absence of Konate. Signing a holding midfielder was Liverpool's priority last summer, but their sole target, Zubimendi, changed his mind, but they still have a very good hope, Liverpool, that Zubimendi could be a Liverpool player in January. Left back is another area where Liverpool could potentially strengthen in 2025. Andy Robertson will be 31. His performances have been fluctuating, and Tsimikas is 28. He has impressed, but he is now injured and he's not a long-term solution to the left back position. Liverpool have been strongly linked with Marmoush as well, but senior Liverpool sources, who asked to remain anonymous to protect relationships, have dismissed suggestions that they have made contact with Frankfurt about a possible move. The Bundesliga team's sporting director Timo Hardung has already denied that any discussions have taken place, but Liverpool are clearly interested in Marmoush. But we would only go for him, I think, if one of our attackers leaves. So if Salah leaves or if Chiesa leaves, then maybe we could go for Marmoush. And Kelleher is probably the most likely to be sold, given that he will be down to the final year of his contract, and also because Mamardashvili is coming in. And he is desperate to become a number one after serving a long apprenticeship as Alisson's deputy. And despite his outstanding form during Alisson's absence, Kelleher knows that it will unlikely to happen at Liverpool, with Mamardashvili arriving as well. Kelleher has wanted to leave for the past 2 summers, but stayed put as Liverpool didn't receive any offers that came close to recognizing his value. I mean, Nottingham Forest bid 7 million plus goalkeeper Matt Turner in the summer, and that is a joke. Kelleher is worth at least 20-25 million, but maybe teams don't want to spend that amount on a goalkeeper. Alisson said that he wants to stay. even though Mamardashvili is signing, it remains to be seen whether that stance changes if he's presented with another huge offer from Saudi Arabia. Alisson's deal runs until 2026 with an option for an extra 1 year, which is brilliant because that means that he has another year left after this season, plus Liverpool have the option to extend that further. And the number of youngsters are progressing very nicely at Liverpool. Trainioni is one of them who Liverpool just signed last year from Leicester City, and he's just 17 years old and he's already a brilliant talent, doing well for the Liverpool youth teams. And also Liverpool saw a lot of value in Mamardashvili because he's a world-class goalkeeper in the making who was available for a very low 25 plus 4 million pounds. So I think Liverpool made a great deal because that future-proofs our goalkeeping position. Hopefully we can do the same with our right-wing position, with our midfield, with our centre-back position, maybe next summer. Let's wait and see what happens with the Big Three's contract. And come on Liverpool, let's beat Manchester City. I'm really looking forward to that game. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Good night.